Hi, I'm Jason Augustowski, and this is my vlog in response to the lesson I wrote for Digital Humanities using etherpad technology. So this lesson comes from the unit that Jess and I created called True Colors, and the day I decided to rework was day 7 called Where Does the Good Go? And it's a day where students talk about relationships, and I added etherpad, like I said, using type with dot me. And what they're doing here is after they listen to the theme song True Colors, which is part of like the whole unit in general, students are going to complete a quick write, but this time they're going to use the etherpad to do so, which is a tool that by this time they'll be familiar with using. And the prompt is going to be, what relationship is most important to you and why? And now the reason we're using etherpad here is because it instantly makes all the classwork public. So they would all be on their own separate laptops, and it would be feeding up to a major, class projector, like up onto the smart board, basically. And they'd be able to see their classmates' thoughts and reactions in real time. And this is an interesting technology, I think, to use within Writer's Workshop because it gives other students a chance to see authentic writing and thinking as they create their own response. And this is from their peers at the peer level. Because a lot of times I'm going to model my thinking and my writing to show them these kind of authentic processes or whatever. And whenever students volunteer, I'll be able to get you use student work too, or student presentations. But this gives everyone a chance to both see authentic writing and to showcase their own. And I think it's a really interesting thing that Etherpad allows us to do. So then after they're done with that, the students are going to listen to the story "The Missing Piece" by Shelf Silverstein on which, and we have a YouTube link. And excuse me, the students are going to be responding via their own computers at their own pace about their own thoughts and feelings as they watch the video. And they should describe what the main takeaway is from the story. And once again, they're doing so in this authentic thinking and writing environment. And this should be an even quicker process than it was for the hook, because they're all responding while they're watching the video. So it should happen a lot quicker, and especially after they're used to it, not only from the hook, but from the other times that we did it. And then we're going to return to Writer's Workshop, where we're going to give them the prompt, which will be up on the smart board. Think about a time when you had trouble with a relationship. What did you do to fix it? Did you fix it? Where is that relationship now? And how does all this make you feel? And then students are going to have 5 minutes to complete this task on the original Etherpad document that we used during the hook. Now, hopefully, any student who has been struggling with writing in real time for a live audience will have the hang of it by now, and this is part of the lesson, and they can compose something that they'd be willing to share with the class. I'm hoping that this lesson will not only accomplish the True Colors objectives about relationships, but also show students how their peers and who are other real writers think and compose their work. And I hope this gives students confidence in their written word and builds a stronger sense of a writing community in the class. And then to finish, we're going to play the song Where Does the Good Go? And while the song plays, students are going to be taking notes in their writer's notebook, anything that they take out of the song that really moves them or interests them, and they're going to use that for their homework assignment, which for homework, they're going to do a prompt where they tell us where does the good go in a creative way, and they can do a story or a song or a journal entry or a photograph thing or a podcast or a movie or whatever. But also, I want them to respond to our use of the Etherpad, and I want them to say what it was like, reflect on what it was like for them to write to everyone, and what it was like to read other students writing in real time, and do they think that this exercise helped push their thinking as a writer? And how is your relationship? How do you feel like your relationship is to the other writers in classroom? And what do you like and dislike about the writing environment that we have set up in our writing community? So from here, hopefully students, have seen how this kind of thing is useful in Writer's Workshop, and they just push their thinking forward in some manner, and like I said, got them to be more confident in the selves of writers. When you see not everyone just sits down and goes, "Oh, I'm going to write," there's my essay, perfect. That all people think and get writer's block. They need to backtrack and delete something and then add something. I hope that like makes them all look at each other and kind of smile and laugh and be like, wow, we're all in this together. Like we're all really doing this a good job together. The only thing I really can foresee going wrong would be no, like some people like really refusing to write anything really authentic if it's going up in front of the board. But I hope that by this stage, I mean, this is day 7 of a True Colors unit, which isn't even the first unit that we do with this class. Hopefully by then we've established the kind of sense of community where people feel safe writing. But that would be one of my really only concerns, because I think this is a really interesting technology and a really effective tool in a writer's workshop. Let me talk real quick about why my lesson didn't include an evaluation rubric. It's because I want to do a lot of informal assessment during this True Colors unit, because it all culminates in major projects like their writer's journal and the final project they do on day 10, True Colors and stuff. And those are the things that are really going to be assessed, because I want to assess everything portfolio-wise and allow them to choose what they want to assess and everything. So basically, what the writing that they do on this day is the kind of writing where it's like later, if it really sparked an interest and they want to continue to work on it and conference about it and revise it and rewrite it and all that kind of stuff and take it up to publication, then that's fine. But if not, it will just become a part of their working portfolio, similar to like what Reef does and stuff. So that's why I don't have a specific rubric per se, because all of this stuff could just wind up in a writer's notebook, which they have had a separate rubric for, I guess, and a like list of expectations ever since the beginning. And an exemplar of student work can't be made because it's an etherpad. Like it's going to be different in every class. Like there is no perfect etherpad that's going to be created, in any class. They're all going to be different, and that's what's going to be cool, because they're all going to be so authentic. So I hope that people have enjoyed reading this lesson and they find that it could be effective and something that they could use in their own classroom, because like I said, I think it's a great use of this style of technology, and I think it's something that could be very, very helpful in a middle school classroom writer workshop.